right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Blacspiration podcast, where we are trying to inspire Black people one episode at a time. I am your host, the infamous Hood Rat with the Heart of Gold himself, your third favorite Washington, your favorite Twitter gremlin, Cortez Washington. Yes, it is I. And as always, I'm joined by my favorite co-host.
Wow.
She is the compassion-centered Renaissance woman, photographer, but also a videographer.
Yeah.
Mandarin speaking.
Yeah.
Indy's own queen of the kangaroo kingdom.
Period.
Call me Asia.
I really love that you didn't struggle through that, not once, actually. It was very
That was
fluid.
a great intro.
It was very consecutive.
Yeah, thank you.
I think
I've been struggling like a motherfucker the last few episodes. God
listen,
damn.
out of your lips to God's ears, that's totally fine. Hi, everyone. My name is Asia. That's what you can call me. And I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, we are here. And this on this beautiful, wonderful episode, we are joined by a special guest, one of my favorite people. This person is a digital creator, and what I mean by digital creator, they are a full-time Twitch streamer, vlogger, and part-time fashion model. Definitely check out their website. Definitely check out that website where their merch is, and you can see them flaunting all their fashion model esqueness. Queen of the Sims. Don't you come for her. Please show some love for KandidlyKayla.
Applause.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having. I know.
Yeah.
She's here. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh man, I'm so happy for you to be here. And this is gonna be a great episode. We're gonna tap into Kayla, really get dialed up. See, I was gonna fuck up eventually. We're gonna dive deep into her story and some of the cool shit she's been doing. The 75-day challenge she just knocked out. That Twitch mental health panel she just did, which was pretty fucking dope. But first, as always, we got to start with what we are playing. So let's let the guest go first. Kayla, what have you been playing recently?
I actually just finished The Wolf Among Us today.
Ooh.
Hated it.
We're the same person. And that's the problem. Why do we both like that?
Yeah. You didn't like it? What's up? Why
I didn't
like it?
care for the ending. I actually didn't care for how it started either. I have an issue with games that talk too much. I don't have the attention span for it.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of just like dialogue, and I prefer action. Like, give me the drama. And they didn't give that to you until the end of the first episode. And then I felt like the final episode was kind of anticlimactic, even though they were like, ooh, cliffhanger. And so I'm intrigued to play the second one. 5. Yeah. So I'm going to play the second one. No, I finished the first game. The whole game.
But there's episodes.
I'm a serious gamer, like so serious.
Which is totally fine.
No,
I just don't understand the episode structure. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes in one game.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
love it.
Of course, I'm playing The Sims. Like, when am I not?
As you should.
You know. And that's it. I'm playing Stray next week.
Ooh.
So
Now, I've heard that is not as I think we all had a very touchy-feely, soft view of Stray before people actually started playing Stray.
I know nothing about it. I'm going into it blind.
Okay, got it.
I prefer to go into games like that. If I know too much, then I'll be all anxious.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's lit.
So then it'll be a fun game experience with no expectations because
exactly.
You're going to
genuine reactions is what I prefer to give the people.
I love it.
Gotta love it. All right, Asia, what you been playing?
As per usual, I've been playing Tales of Kinzera Zao because I recently
I got early access to that. Is it good?
It's so fun. I don't normally play platformer games, actually. However, I really like The Last Case of Benedict Fox, and that is also kind of a Metroidvania platformer. So maybe this is kind of my bag, I guess, because you can use a controller. It feels very nostalgic. It feels very familiar and not a high level of gaming mechanic the way that I feel like I had with Helldivers, because I love Helldivers in terms of its campiness and cuntiness. You know, it's a little original. It's a little fun, but all the constant, you're thinking about every single thing that you need to do to play the game. And I feel like I'm a maestro at the keyboard. I don't, you don't want to always do that. So no. I'm really excited about it. It's a rich game. It's very colorful and vibrant. And I love seeing things that center Africa without being like sad sob stories, the way that a lot of Western media portrays Africa to be. And they had the World Africa Day of Play this past Saturday. So I co-hosted that for that day with Mary, because Mary's from Nigeria, for Black Girl Gamers. So that was really fun. And we got to meet the developers and the lead developer. His voice, Abubakar Salum. He has a voice like, y'all remember Gordon from Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Like the 1990 whatever version. Yeah. He has a voice like a very authoritative, powerful, commanding ASMR voice.
I love that.
Yeah. And if I would just check out Black Girl Gamers channel and listen to the story side fire chat, I get it. I truly, I think
I love a nice voice.
He needs a podcast. He absolutely needs a podcast. That's the kind of voice that man has. And I absolutely had such a good experience. I don't know, just playing this kind of game, and I wouldn't have expected all of this to come from a platformer. But EA picked it up, and that's huge too.
Yeah. I'm not gonna shout out EA, but I'm gonna shout out the studio that made that game, because
exactly. Well, they're in there. They're not a AAA title, but to have the support to make the game what it needs to be, I think that's really important. They also have one of I think it's a very few, if not first game, and that also can be in Swahili. It's fully translated. Word? Yeah. So I think that's really cool. Lit.
Yeah. If you want more of that guy's voice, he is the main protagonist voice of Bayek in Assassin's Creed Origins.
So what kind of woman do you take me for? I'm not just going around looking for it.
Looking for a voice? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, shit, y'all want to have a good time. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Wow. So what are you playing, Cortez? What's on your agenda?
I love how y'all was like, I'm playing this. This really was story driven and that. I ain't been playing none of that shit. I've been playing X Defiant. It feels like motherfucking
the
early 2000s Call of Duty, baby. I feel like I'm back. It's high school. I'm in my tall tees. I got my do-rag on.
Wow.
I'm trying to learn the chicken head. I'm trying to learn Poo Palace. I'm trying to heel toe. Can't do it.
I was about to say you can't forget the heel toe.
I can't do it. I could never learn how to do the heel toe, but I feel like that. It's
our cases were so.
I don't know how to Dougie.
You know how to Dougie? It's easy.
I very much give Gabby Douglas. Like
Gabby Douglas. Oh no. Just super stiff.
Why?
Super stiff.
It just be one dance that I never knew how to do.
Baby, if we don't mean
you're still an icon.
Okay, you're a legend.
You're not alone. That's what
we're lovers.
You're not alone.
But X Defiant, for those that don't know, it's a Ubisoft game. Basically, Ubisoft was like, what if we take all of our IPs and throw them motherfuckers into a blend of Call of Duty, old school Call of Duty, and a hero shooter, because each character has a special special powers, special abilities. I've really been diving deep into that. It's free to play. Nice. And I knew it was old school Call of Duty because in the middle of a match, 2 12-year-olds started arguing with each other. And I was like, ooh, we back, baby. I was like, yes. I was like, we back. So that was super duper fun. But that's what I really been playing because I don't know. I really miss like fast paced, like I don't have to like put too much effort into a game. Like I don't know. But I gotta figure out because somebody said they was gonna add me and play Overwatch with me, but I never got the invite.
Wow! So okay, let's wrap that up. Actually, let's wrap that up. Okay. Expeditiously. What happened was your name is different on every single platform for every single thing, and it'd be driving me nuts. And I need.
Yeah, I think that you should have some cohesiveness with your usernames.
Not do that ever, never.
What's funny? I brought that up to my sister. So I was like, sometimes I don't know when I'm talking to Cortez or if it's someone else. And she was like, why? And I was like, because his username is always different.
It's just, I don't understand why y'all are doing that. Y'all had 19 different personalities. Y'all said, I'm making a new account. I want to be a new person. Every single time.
No, every time I try to take the name that I had, every time I tried to take it or do a variation of it, it was never available. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to do it like this. And then I never went back to change it. So you know what? I'm going to change everything to Blacspiration. So then everybody just is like, oh, it's this nigga. It's the Blacspiration nigga. It's that old positive energy ass nigga. That's what they're going to say.
Exactly.
Ooh, I love that though. That's like
and
such
that
a
should
good,
be your brand.
Yeah, that's a good brand to have, or that's like your niche. I'm known as like someone that's just really serious.
You ain't serious.
I'm always serious. Everybody just knows me as this really
serious, down to earth, like really, like
like really chill, really mellow,
just super chill.
Yeah. Wow. So beautiful. So
you're like they say you got the same energy as Future. Like you just you just walk around, just be like,
I don't.
Wait, hold on. What does that mean? You calling me toxic?
I'm saying like Future. You ever seen interviews with Future and he just don't say anything. He just be chilling and cool and like.
No, that's because this is it's 9 p.m. my time and
it's 9 p.m.
that don't know me.
East Coast.
Usually
I'm in the Central, baby.
I'm
in bed at this time.
That's right.
But I made special. I made special accommodation for you guys.
I know that's right.
You guys get super chill. Has been working. Been up since 5 a.m. Kayla. So.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So I wake up at 5 a.m. every day.
Really?
All right, don't brag, nigga. Shit, damn.
Yeah.
Voluntarily?
Yeah. I started doing it in November last year. Waking up at 5 and I pray and then I go to the gym and have breakfast and chill and vibe and then I start my work day after that.
Yeah, you should. You honestly, like, it's surprising because you can definitely check that out on our YouTube channel, KandidlyKayla, and where she vlogs, when she was vlogging her life, when she gets up at 5 a.m., she takes care of her life. And speaking of that, we really would love to talk to Kayla about her life and the things she does and how amazing this thing is. For those that don't know, back when I was wee little lad starting podcasting, I started the Redacted While Black podcast, and Kayla was one of my first guests. And I really appreciate her. But
I've been waiting to come back.
I know every time we talk, you're like, when I'm coming back to the show, and
when
I'm
am I coming back?
Yeah.
Have me back on.
Yeah, it was Asia. She ain't want you, but I'm just
what
happened? I'm fooling.
And once again, let's wrap that up.
All right,
wrap it up.
But just for the folks, man, we would love to hear like your origin story, like what got you on this path of like being the person you are today, and being the amazing digital creator you are.
I hate talking about myself.
Okay.
So for those of you that don't know, I started streaming in 2020 November. Had no idea what Twitch was. A very close friend of mine was like, you should play The Sims on here. You'd be great. And I was like, no, I don't want to actually. I don't like downloading apps. And so I downloaded an app called Twitch and I just checked it out for a little bit. And then I got a PC and here we are 3.5 years later. And I still can't believe this is my life sometimes. I was actually praying about it today. I was like, I'm very grateful that because it's my partner anniversary is on Friday.
Ooh.
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, so that'll be Saturday. What, June 1st?
June 1st.
I became a Twitch partner, and I'm just really grateful. It's been fun. Looking forward to what's to come. I've met some amazing people that are now forever a part of my life, and it's been interesting. A lot of growth has happened. I've become a different woman, having to be online and just so in front of people all of the time. Mm-hmm. So yeah. What else do you want to know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to pick apart all that shit. You just gave me this synopsis. But like, from the beginning stages to like your like from like beginning to ambassador to partner. Wait, no,
Twitch
it's affiliate.
Partner.
It's regular nigga. Affiliate,
Yes.
And then partner. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So
and then you can become a Twitch ambassador if you
Twitch
know that's your
ambassador,
vibe.
which is like big dog. Yeah. Okay. So like from that process of like going from like, because I know that a lot of people say it's easy to go from regular Twitch streamer to affiliate.
I don't think that anybody should say that.
Anybody should say that? Okay.
No, I don't think it's easy. I don't think that anybody should say that it's easy to become an affiliate, because I don't know what they require now because it's been so long, but you have to remember that like starting off, you're coming onto this, and unless you already know people that are on Twitch, you have to get at least 3 people watching you consecutively and keeping their attention. And it's not easy to do if you don't know how to navigate this space. So for those of you that call it easy, stop it. It's not easy.
I think it's easy once the information is given to you.
Yeah.
Because you can choose to apply it
easier.
or not. It's easier.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Easier. Because I really think if you're about community, it feels a lot more organic because people are naturally building those relationships and those connections with you. If it feels harder, sometimes it's because you're kind of in it for the wrong reasons, right? You just want people to be interested in what you're doing without providing any value. I think we have the same
skates.
The same skates?
I think so. I can see your skates behind you. Oh, I'm so nosy. I'm so sorry.
I have 2 pairs of skates, actually.
Are they pink and iridescent? The ones
they're rose gold, from Impala
I have those.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
I have
and I have the blue pair too. The same palette.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I have ADHD.
Totally fine. That's how we're living.
You neurodivergent niggas. I knew it.
Neurodivergent.
I knew it. I see when you said that. I was like, damn, they pulled a me right there. Sidetracked.
Sorry.
But
wow.
Also, I lied. No one ever said Twitch affiliate was getting easy. I just set you up to just expose.
You wanted to see if I was going to get canceled.
No, not get canceled.
That KandidlyKayla has the audacity to say it's easy. I got a lot of PR and media training.
That's terrible.
You're not gonna catch me slipping
in 2024.
In 2024, she doesn't care. What about the little guys?
Oh shit, nah. No, one thing I have heard though is like one thing I actually have heard or I've seen is like the process, the like trusting the process and trusting yourself along the way, and like going from like those like reaching those different ranks of affiliate partner, and then just also like looking at like your brand and how to present yourself. Like what were some of like some folks that were like some influences for you who helped you like figure out, or like not necessarily like figure out your own brand, but like see like, oh, okay, this is how you could do it, or this is how
what's
should
funny?
Approach it, or anything like that.
I didn't have anybody that I was inspired by on how to do it. I had more people that I didn't want to be like on the platform that helped me. And I always tell people, because something that I do is like I speak to every follower and stuff like that, as long as it's not like an influx. I speak to everybody that comes into my stream, because when I first got on Twitch, I had noticed that there were people that didn't speak if you weren't subscribed. And I was like, I don't like that, because I'm sitting here watching your 3-hour stream and I don't even want to sit and watch a 3-hour movie and you can't speak to me. And so I don't have any inspiration, so to say, because I pull a lot of inspiration from myself. I pride myself on every day I wake up as a new day to be better than I was yesterday. And so I don't I always wish that I had people I was inspired by, because it would probably make the whole process easier. But yeah, no, I just know what I don't want to do with my platform, and that's basically how I move.
I love that.
Yeah. It works for me.
That's a good perspective. Yeah, I think that's amazing, because actually it's okay to say I don't necessarily have a direction that I want to go in, but I know I can stay away from these, and that you give yourself the freedom to explore, right? And the freedom to create really in a way that feels genuine and authentic for you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm not good at following behind the crowd.
Yeah.
That's fine. And that's fine. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, no, because the people that come back to your stream or whatever you're doing is they love the authentic you, like the authenticity and the originality and like the individuality that is you, and like how you are, portray yourself. It's like, oh, I'm not getting Kayla who's trying to be a clone of X, Y, and Z.
Exactly. And that's exactly why I don't And I learned that before I was a streamer. It's like, why would I go and see what someone else is doing? And I'm like, I'm going to copy that, because at the end of the day, when the original was there, people are going to go to the original. You're just backup. So I'm always going to be the original of something. I'm never going to be the copy.
Yeah.
I love that.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm not cocky, you guys. I'm just,
it's like, I mean, it's
and you're not copyable, and that's fine.
Yeah. It's not being cocky. It's just being securing yourself, which is the most amazing thing. And the most, I think the most positive element of like coming into your space and being in your space. Cause, I've lurked a bit, dibble or dabble over the years. And like, I love coming into your community cause it's just chaos and they're so amazing. And
God, they're so excited to listen to this episode.
What was it like trying to craft that, like trying to like create that and cultivate that community and get it to a point where it is now?
I am so blessed. Okay. And this is why they're so excited, because they love when people ask me about my community, because I have nothing but great things to say about them. But I am so blessed because I didn't have to try. Like, I have these people that come into my streams and they stay just because it's all natural. They don't stay and be like, oh, I only like it because of XYZ. They love the entire experience. And they also get to be themselves. I made sure to create an environment where you get to be yourself. Obviously, we have boundaries because people can get very crazy online. But like, I always consider myself one of the lucky ones on Twitch, because the cave they've changed my life in so many different ways. And like, of course, Cortez, how I grew up. So having them in my life.
How did you grow up?
I had a very rough childhood.
For those, not to cut you off.
No,
me and Kayla go back for real. Like,
yeah.
So
we've known each other for over half our lives.
Okay,
so
I had a really rough childhood, and I feel like they allow me to grow into the woman that I wish that I could have been 10 years ago versus who I am today. And I love them for that. And so we give each other room to be whatever version of ourselves that we wake up each day, because you're never going to be the same, because you should be constantly evolving. And sometimes evolving means going backwards. And I'm just really, really, really lucky when it comes to the chaos that I deal with every day at 2 p.m. Self promo. No, I was kidding.
But you're fine. So you stream every day? Every day at 2 p.m.?
Every day at 2
Monday
p.m.
through
on
Friday,
Twitch.
2 p.m. EST. No, I'm just kidding.
What is your stream schedule right now?
That is. I stream at Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. EST.
Okay. Got it. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. My goodness.
Yeah, they're great though. I love them. Every last one of them brings something different. They all have different energy, and they're gonna record this, and I'm gonna ask you, like, can you delete this episode, because they're never gonna let me forget that I said nice things about them.
Oh, they gonna love it. Yeah.
No, because they should remember, because they have nice things to say about you, and you have nice things to say about them.
They say that I bullied them.
I don't. And that's that's a part of that's the occupational hazard. That's the word. There you go. Yeah. Bullying is an occupational hazard. It is. And speaking of your schedule, what else do you do every day in your career? What else do you do as a content creator, as a part-time model, as a merch
we have to stop throwing around this part-time modeling thing?
Merch distributor. What
I do merch.
Because you wake up at 5 a.m., you pray, you get ready for the day, and then what else?
So after I do all of that, I usually play with my cats, because I've got 3 cats. Wow. None of them are here hanging out with me, which is crazy, because usually they're all up on me. And then I start working. I try to start my actual work day at 9. Some days I don't get in here until 9:30. Because I love structure. I function better with structure and like a routine. And so I respond to emails, because I always have emails to respond to, which I'm so grateful for. Brands, don't stop sending me emails. And I always contact my artist, Tay. She's phenomenal. love working with her. And we decide what we're going to be working on, whether it's merch, something for the stream, something just to make to, give to the community, something for the website, something for YouTube. And of course, I'm vlogging most of the time while I'm doing all of these things. And then I start planning for whatever content I'm doing. So if I'm playing The Sims, I try to take some time before stream to prep for the stream, because I write storylines. I don't just play. And so I prep my storylines and I get all of that together. I'll spend some time editing if I have to have a video on YouTube up at a certain time, because I don't like to edit over the weekend. And then after that, I hang out with my community. We always work together, or with my best friend, we hang out and work. And she's got a big girl job, so she's usually taking meetings upon meetings. And then I stream and I hang out with them until I'm starving and I have to get off because I need to feed myself because I eat a lot. And after that, I might go back to the gym for the second time throughout the day, or I read.
2-a-day gymmer?
I'm obsessed.
Wow.
The gym is so good for your mental health.
Aspirational.
As a mental health advocate, I always encourage people just to walk, even if it's just like outside. 30 minutes of exercise can really change your mind. Like, it just changes the way that you think, and just adding that into your routine, game changer. And I work out for 2 hours in the morning and probably like 45 minutes at night. So that seems excessive.
No,
when you say it out loud.
it sounds like you said, you feed off that structure, and that structure helps you maintain the healthy lifestyle that you have now.
Yeah.
And that kind of segues into my next thing. I know that I've seen that you just did a 75-day challenge. And I know one component was going to the gym on a regular basis, but I also would love to hear. Yeah, also want to hear some other components of that, and what was the idea behind it? What was one of the heart? And
tell us what the challenge was.
Yes.
Like, what was the full challenge, and what is it?
Yeah.
For people who don't
I don't know who created it. I just seen it online. And it's 75 days straight of working out. You're supposed to do 90 minutes? Yeah, 90 minutes of workouts. One of them is supposed to be outdoors, but I can't go outside in the summertime. I've got really weak lungs, and I'll be coughing for 90 million years if I go outside for too long in the summertime. So you work out for 90 minutes for 75 days. You have to read at least 10 pages a night. You have to drink a certain amount of water. I did a half gallon because drinking a full gallon of water a day was just a little too much for me. But my minimum was a half gallon. Was there something else? I feel like that was it.
So it's exercising, going outside, reading, and
just that's it. It's about building discipline. Reading. I didn't need to do it. I was bored. I was just like, I think I'm gonna do this, and I told my community, and they did it with me. It was really fun to see them do it, because so many of them said that it changes the way that they now view fitness. But for me, I was able to grow closer to God. I did a mixture of, because I love balance, I was reading my books about God, and then I was reading my books about murder and thrillers.
Duality is the way of life,
Sure.
And so I was like, praise God. Oh my God, who killed her? So, I did that. And then I made an effort to grow closer to God in other ways. I also host a women's led Bible study group. And so during that 75 days, we also were challenging ourselves to bring different things to our Bible study group. And it was pretty cool to see how the women in the group just grew so much within the 75 days of us just hanging out and talking and growing closer in our faith. And then I grew closer to myself. It was great to see that I could commit to something for 75 days, because my therapist thinks I have commitment issues.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know where she got that from.
Well, I guess commitment to an outside relationship is very different from your commitment to your internal relationship.
I don't think so. I think that I could at least last 75 days now.
Or an external relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was ever a doubt that you could commit at all.
I don't know. I don't believe her when she says it. I'm like, how would you know?
Yeah, what is that based on? What is that?
How would you know?
Based on? That's interesting. I don't know.
I don't know. Biased.
What is up with questioning your therapist? Like, that's the funniest shit to me. It's like you be like, they be saying something, they're like, sounds like you got this problem. It's like, what the fuck you know, nigga? What you talking about?
She said something to me the other day, and I was like, yeah, we're moving on because
oh my god.
You're not wrong, but I want this conversation.
Hey, chill that shit out. Yeah, whoa. Like,
sometimes I'm like, whose side are you on? I'm paying you.
The side of justice.
What's going on?
That's like, the side. The side of what's right.
No.
Yeah.
I'm always right.
That's impossible because I'm always right. So we can't both be always right. That's not.
We are always right.
Okay. Wow.
That was so quick. As a unit.
That was so quick.
Always
wow,
right.
A great solution.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's always amazing to hear like people doing challenges like that because it does like it really challenges your. I don't like using challenge and then using it. I don't know what it is about school where you.
Did you see the movie Challengers? Did anybody watch that?
Wasn't that movie where Zendaya was like having them two white boys fight over her or some shit?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
But... Oh! Is that the plot? Because I'll boot it up right after.
It is actually.
Oh wow!
Great film. Excellent. Loved it.
Yeah.
Wow. Where is it available?
I don't think it's online yet. I don't think you can stream it.
It's in the theaters. I have to leave my.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta leave your house.
Yeah.
I gotta leave my house. Damn. Yeah.
Listen. But the thing is, I can't commit to being outside because I need to work to make money. So I am not homeless. So if it's not something that's readily available to me at the theater down the street, I'm not going. And I mean it.
Yeah. I was at the house today from 8 to 3. I don't want to do that ever again.
Not ever again. That sounds very
rough.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question? Challenging.
No,
challengers.
I was just gonna compliment you on like doing the challenge because
it's fine. We're doing the podcast and Cortez is a guest. Yeah, and that's fine.
Sorry, I've taken over.
It's about time.
It is I.
Yeah, but it just shows the perseverance of like of the things you can put your mind to in the way you like will like even if it's a bad day, like because I know you had days where you woke up, you was like, man, fuck this shit.
I did. I was like, if I don't go, who would know that I didn't go? And as soon as I said that, I was like, I would know.
Yeah,
and that's the worst part.
And that's the worst part. Yeah, because when you don't do something right, you're just cheating yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. and that's one of the things like. I feel like a lot of people don't realize about like folks who are battling something as far as like substance abuse and things like that, you know, is like that. Like it isn't about who's seeing you. It's the integrity part of like who isn't watching you, you know?
Yeah.
And when you don't do that shit, and is you gonna lie and say, oh yeah, I was in the gym, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I was there. You know, you take a picture, random picture of a treadmill, but don't show your body, you know, like type shit. And
just
so
go to the gym to take it, be like, I was there, now look.
Because
that's old pictures.
Yeah, some people do that shit though. Like they really will go to the gym, do like 2 reps, and then walk out. So it's like it's good to see like you were like really recording your progress and showing them the process and things like that. Now you swole as hell and
that's
shit.
Still valid. I want anyone to know that's on that journey. That's still valid. Even if you gotta put on the outfit and try your best and get out there and get into that space and you know you just touch the hem of a leg machine and get on out. That's fine. Okay, you are making the effort. You have to start somewhere, and knowing yourself and being self-aware is very important for people like me who had to get back into going into the gym and had to take little baby steps to get there.
Yeah,
listen, the baby steps in the gym eventually become adult steps.
Exactly.
They do. So, just segueing into another thing I want to bring up. You recently held a mental health panel with a bunch of cool ass Black creators on Twitch. And so I would love to know like how did that happen and how did it feel being a moderator on that platform instead of like just being like the main attraction?
Yeah. So mental health is super duper important to me. I struggle with my own mental health issues. And I've been like aware of the mental health struggles that I had since 2013. And I always try to use my space to help other people. And I was like, I love Twitch Down, but they don't talk about mental health in this space for creators. And so I reached out to them and I was like, I have this idea. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This is what I want to do. I want to get a couple of creators together so we can just talk about what mental health means to us and how we can help other content creators that may have questions about, how to deal with days when they're feeling burnt out or when they just don't want to press that go live button or record that video. And so I just made a tweet and I was like, hey, is there anybody interested? And it blew up and I was like, okay, this is overwhelming. And then I got in touch with SB, who is one of the guild leaders for the Twitch Black Guild. And I was like, SB, this is something that I want to do. And SB was like, yes, Icon, let's do it. And so I reached out to one of my friends who was on the panel, Sensei CJ. He's a phenomenal creator. And I was like, hey, I'm going to do this thing. He was one of the first people to know. And I wanted him to be a part of it because I just think that I like the way that his brain worked when it comes to being a content creator. And so I reached out to him and I was like, will you do this with me and will you help me? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And we ended up talking for hours about just mental health. And then I seen that Kiwi, someone tagged Kiwi in the post, and she's super knowledgeable about Twitch in general. And honestly, Kiwi's so pretty because I was just like blessed to be able to look at Kiwi for 2.5 hours. And so I was like, I want to see if Kiwi wants to do this. And Kiwi was like, yes, I would love to do this with you. And she was a lot of fun to work with. And I've known TG for a while too. So I reached out to TG and I was like, hey, TG has great energy. He's always making a video about something.
So funny.
And so I reached out to TG, and then Jatori is actually a part of my community. And I found out at the very last minute that she was a streamer, but I know that she loves talking about mental health because she's been a part of my community for 3 years now. And so I was like, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I know this is last minute, but I would love if you could join. And she was like, yes, I would love to do this with you. And so doing it, I was nervous. I actually almost vomited.
Oh, wow.
When I get really nervous, I have this urge to just vomit. And I don't even like to because it makes me cry every time I do it. And I was shaking the entire time. Like I was literally sitting here shaking because I was up late planning it, writing out the questions because I wanted it to feel natural. I wanted to be able to touch on these heavy topics, but not make it like a thing where people are crying and being like, oh, yes, this is how I feel. And it's like, let's make it fun. Let's do a thing where people can enjoy themselves and it's still informative. And the people that are on the panel are comfortable. Those that are watching, it feels natural. And it worked. And I was really shocked to find out that like someone at Twitch had like sent out my link and was like telling other Twitch staff, like, you guys have to watch this. And they were just tuned in because they thought it was really entertaining. And I was like, okay. So that was amazing. Fun. Thank you to all the creators that was there. They're all great.
So cute.
That's dope as fuck because I watched it. I didn't get a chance to catch it live, but I watched it on VOD. And watching you, it was so natural. Like I couldn't even tell you was like.
It felt like everybody was friends.
Yeah. For real.
Well, I've known CJ for a while, but that was Kiwi and I's first time having any conversation.
Yeah.
Outside of the DMs. Yeah. And then TG, I see him around a lot. I like it when I do talk and chats. And I've known him for 2 years, maybe a year. And Jatori, she's in my streams every day. So that one was easy.
Right.
But yeah, I always do my best, even because I'm I don't want to say I'm a super friendly person because I know that I'm not. I can communicate with people easily. I used to work at a psych hospital, so like I know how to talk to people. And doing it felt natural, but I was still very nervous.
Did you say a psych hospital?
I did. I was a nurse at a psych hospital for like 2 years.
Okay, we'll circle back to that. Go ahead.
People are always shocked, but I'm 5'11", so
I just have questions. I mean, I just have actually 95 questions. Like. First of all, what shift did you work? Was there a shift that was better than the other shifts? Who was your favorite? Who was your least favorite? What were their symptoms? What were they going through? How was your staff?
I can't answer those questions.
Okay, great. Did you like your leadership? Were they giving help, the pressure is escaping, or what were they giving? I need to know. Like, these are.
You just asked like 7 questions at once.
You've got to stop watching so much TikTok.
It's not even TikTok. Actually, it really, it's ingrained in my brain. I watched Nurse Ratched, and so I can't let it go because
I watched. I was hired on to third shift. Okay. But I eventually moved to second shift because they did a lot of mandating, and for the first year and a half, I worked 16 hours for 5 days a week.
Ooh, shit!
And my God.
It was not the vibes. Okay. So I was like, how can I make this work in my favor? So I would do second shift to third shift, and I was still technically on third shift, but they eventually just permanently moved me to second, which worked for me because then I could go home at 10 o'clock versus being like, oh man, I got to stay in till 7 a.m. I did not have a favorite patient because they teach you not to have a favorite patient if you care about your job. So I didn't have a favorite patient. My leadership was great. I had 2 really great bosses, so to speak. Nobody was really over me, but yeah. So
yeah,
they were great.
Amazing. I love it.
Other than that, I've seen some things, but
exactly, and that's something. You know what? We'll talk about. Because I know being in those types of situations. I used to work for the state police as a dispatcher, and so the institution structure.
Yeah,
I know that it has the potential to be both sometimes peaceful and also chaotic, and I like the duality of both. And
there were more peaceful days than there were chaotic days, though. Like, a lot of people think you're at a psych hospital and that means every day it's something, but
correct,
it wasn't. That that was, I feel like it was something 10% of the time. 90% of the time, they wanted to be able to leave too.
Exactly.
So
that's so amazing. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I know.
Yeah, that's dope. So, what's on the horizon for you? Like, what's next? What's coming up next? You know, what's some things that you got in the works right now?
So some stuff I can't talk about.
Okay, period. It's giving NDA.
NDA, baby. I see you.
I enjoy being booked and busy. So some stuff I am not legally allowed to talk about. But no, I pride myself on going with the flow of life. I don't really plan too much out. Like, I have a lot of work stuff coming up. I'm going to redo my Twitch channel for the first time in 3 years. I've had a Sailor Moon inspired channel this entire time, and I'm changing it.
You feel nervous?
I am.
Yeah.
Because Sailor Moon has been, I love Sailor Moon, and this is the first time that me and Tay, I was like, Tay, I think I'm ready for a change. And she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, it's time, bestie. So I'm doing a Studio Ghibli inspired channel.
Nice.
And I'm so excited.
I love
it. But other than that, I have new merch coming out soon. We are doing anime style merch this time. Last time was mental health awareness merch. And this time we're going to have a little bit of fun and do that. I'm creating, a lot of people after I finish the 75 hard asked me to create another challenge. So I'm creating a 6-week fitness challenge for those that want to participate. It'll be on my Instagram. And yeah, I'm just going to continue to evolve as a content creator, making great connections, maybe listen to my therapist and, text that guy back or whatever. But yeah, I just want to, my goal, I want to change my everyday life. I feel like I kind of have forced myself to live in a box because I'm comfortable there. So I want to step outside of it and just start doing things that would normally scare me, like text that guy back. And and so yeah, I'm gonna step outside the box and just pray that everything works out for me. And I know that it will because I'm blessed and highly favored.
Period.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I love hearing that.
What's next for you guys? Can I ask that? Am I allowed to ask questions?
Yeah. What's next for you?
Shit. I wasn't gonna mention this, but I am in the works of getting a how can I say this? For a while, I've always wanted to do things as far as writing, as far as like pieces or publications and blog posts or whatever. So in the works, I'm trying to get the Blacspiration journal up. So this is going to be talking about, so it's just going to be random shit that I write about, far as like game reviews, game like deep dives. One of the pieces I'm really writing about right now is how like we need to stop giving old niggas like Charlemagne platforms, because all they do is that what they do really is cause harm and just repeat rhetoric, even though they are given like, even though yes they are, it's good that they're visible black face in a lot of places. However, a lot of times
that's how I feel about the Shade Room.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
1,000 million trillion billion million bazillion %.
I have them blocked.
Yeah. Yeah. We
and
can talk
Daily
about
Loud,
that too. Yeah,
because Daily Loud's run by white men.
People, white men.
I don't know what that is. I'm
Daily
not as cool as people think I am.
Right? No, it's totally fine. It's Daily Loud is another one. It's very similar to Shade Room in that same vein, where they post kind of like clickbaity or sometimes some engagement baity, whatever titles, being like, so and so's done this, and is this true or not, and kind of like all of those things that garner attention for like really the wrong reasons.
You said it's run by white people.
Run by white men's.
Yeah.
Run by white men.
Do they post stuff about black people?
Correct.
Yeah. It's like
okay,
all the culture. You know what I mean?
Oh, got it. So people probably thought it was run by black people.
Yeah. Yeah. As Rick Ross says, they post stuff about the niggas. but they ain't niggas.
When did he say that?
He was saying that. He was saying that about Drake. He was like, your mama don't let you hang out with the niggas no more. And he kept calling him white boy.
He was in the beef?
This voice.
Yeah, Rick Ross was in the beef at one point.
This voice is so...
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought him and Drake were friends.
They were. Everybody were. Everybody was knew Drake. I think everybody knew Drake, but I don't think people were friends with Drake. I don't know. Because what it sounds like now is like Drake was always that, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, oh shit, here come this nigga. Type motherfucker.
Wow, that's too bad. Is this video going to be online?
This video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for yawning.
Oh, you good? Nigga, you tired. You literally said, oh, it's my
so
bedtime,
sorry. It's totally fine. It's totally okay.
Good.
I wish I'd known. As much as I adore CJ, I would have worn my own merch instead of.
Wow!
Yeah.
I
wish I would have known.
Speaking of voices, CJ got a
butter voice.
Yes.
Who's CJ?
What? Sensei CJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has an amazing voice. He does.
I'm sure he gets that a lot.
Probably, yeah. I just wanted to say that. I don't know why it came to my mind.
I'll tell him.
It is a great voice.
I'll tell him.
You'll tell him.
I'll tell him right now. How's that?
I was in his chat one day,
Discord,
fighting for my life to do this demons versus angels thing. I'm fighting for my life, and he was like, "You got to read," and I said, "Oh my god, I'm doomed." I know that one day in my heart I'll get there, but that day, it's not a day soon.
Asia, what do you got? What do you got coming up? What's on your docket? What's going on with you?
I am planning an art gallery. I think that's going to be real cute. Very excited for that. I am going to be traveling for my bookstore job. I'm just very excited for that.
What bookstore? What bookstore are you talking about? I'm curious to know what it's called.
Wow. I work at Indianapolis's first and only banned bookstore that is queer Black woman led, and we are doing fun things in the community. So I really love them. And I'm a hold her down. I didn't have nothing. She held me down.
Yeah. Hold me down.
And that's important. And then I have some exciting sponsored stuff coming up because I'm getting more involved in my community. And I'm realizing that as much as I love streaming and the streaming space, it's much better for my mental health to be connected with people in real life outside of these spaces, because I need to be outside to function. And I'm realizing also that because I don't have a structure or a routine that feels good for me yet. So I need the sunshine to add in some of that. I don't know. Is it normalcy? I don't know. The regular feelings that I need to feel in order to function like an adult with joy in my heart. So I feel excited to do more community things, because like I just went to our first Black Rock Festival and Janelle Monáe was headlining, and
she's so
I didn't
pretty.
have to pay for that. Oh my God. And there was so much ass shaking. It was so great. And I think there's a special place knowing that in the place that I grew up, people trust me to represent this place. And that's really special to me. So those are the things I have on the horizon.
That's what's up.
That's pretty cool.
That's fucking amazing.
It's a good thing I asked.
Yeah. So
yeah, it is a good thing that you asked.
I'm such a great
you're such a great guest, actually.
Guest on the show.
S tier, in fact.
Yeah, S tier.
And if we were grading, you'd be off the scale.
Yes.
I hope so. As long as I am above everyone else.
Yeah. Okay. Kayla, we getting close to the end of the episode, and
oh my God,
this is the time where we allow the guests to give some good words of affirmation or some things that they like to, some mantras they like to chant for themselves that keep them going, or some words that you would want the audience to help with themselves keep going, chanting, etc. It kind of fumbled at the end. It was a word.
I get it. I understand what you're saying.
So we would really love to hear what you would want the people to leave here with.
Do I have to be serious?
You could be serious. You could be playful. You could do whatever you want.
I'm a serious somebody. Exactly. I'll be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoa. Now, this is when you kind of learn about yourself. And this is when I'm learning that maybe I just fly by the seat of my pants when I go through life. Because I don't know that I have advice or words. I think something that I carry with myself on a day-to-day basis is, even if you rest, what's meant for you will come to you. Take a break. It is okay to take that day off and dick around. Okay? Yeah. I am the queen of dicking around. While also being very serious. And so I think that, people need to normalize taking breaks. We are in such a hustle culture and I hate it. Like, I'm sorry. Like the girlies that be like, work 3 jobs. I'm not doing it. People need to learn to rest again and take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your friends, and don't support genocide.
Period.
Don't support
From
genocide.
The river to the what?
To the motherfucking sea.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what I am all about. Taking care of yourself and being a good human. Just be an overall good human.
That's so special.
And life will bless you. I try to consider myself a pretty decent person when I'm serious. So I'm always decent,
Yeah.
No, I think that's beautiful. I think COVID did give us a lot of rest. COVID TikTok, like lockdown TikTok, we'll never get that back.
I don't use TikTok.
It was just a special.
I think that people that you have to have a different level of online to be on TikTok, and I just don't. I don't know if it's because I'm older. But
you haven't discovered your connection for it, because there's something for everybody. Book Talk. I'm sure if you got on there and
I've been on there and I was like, why are they crying?
What you niggas crying for, huh?
The girlies was on there snotty. I'm like, whoa. I can't do this.
What you niggas on there
books
crying
make you
for?
feel.
It was a lot.
They get done reading and then they record, and that's your reaction. You never read something that moved you to tears, that shook you, so
read something from Book Talk. I read a little life from there.
A Little Life, okay.
And I actually ended up making merch from it. It was a great book. I cried at the end. I didn't cry throughout like everybody else, and it made me question whether or not I was heartless. But yeah,
you ain't heartless, fam. Some shit just don't make niggas cry, man. That's it. It is what it is. Yeah, but Kayla, thank you so much for being on this show.
Of course.
Where can the people find you on the socials?
And I'm KandidlyKayla everywhere.
Everywhere.
Candidly with a K.
Candidly with a K. KandidlyKayla.
Yeah. And if you can't find her, Google her, nigga, because she been everywhere.
Don't Google me.
Okay.
I'll tell y'all why off the air. I'm begging you.
Okay.
Don't do it. You're gonna find yourself in jail.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. They had a run in. It was a debacle some years ago. Yeah, no.
Oh
you done.
Cortez isn't a real.
I am a real fan. I say Google
and
niggas because it's like she big deal.
And that's fine. And that's fine. Cortez just out here just saying stuff, just being a yapper. That's fine.
Certified yapper, yes.
Yeah, Japanese.
Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. Be sure to follow the podcast at Blacspiration on Twitter, Blacspiration Pod on Instagram, Blacspiration on Twitch.
Can I do the ad? Sorry.
Huh?
Yeah, you're doing
Okay, I was just making sure I was okay to do
You are
that.
actively doing them, and I think you're excelling.
Be sure to follow Asia at Call Me Asia. Asia spelled with a Z. Be sure to follow me everywhere. Black Lumberjack. Black is spelled with 2 C's. Because again, I have to remind y'all, I am not a Crip, okay? It was just cool at the time. So Black is spelled with 2 C's. Lumberjack is spelled CK. All right?
Period.
Okay. And as always, thank y'all so much for joining us on this episode. And as a reminder, be happy, drink some water, keep gaming.
Mind your business.
And I hope you left this episode inspired.
Annyeong.